Welcome to What's Tea Wednesday, where women come together to share their stories, inspire growth, and expand possibilities. Join us each week as we get all up in the journeys of remarkable women who have turned challenges into triumphs. Discover the power of hearing other success stories and learn how their experience can guide and motivate you on your own path. Tune in and let these powerful narratives be the spark of your own transformation. And this week we are talking to one of my dearest friends ever in the world, in America, Shaquan Sparks. I would say your full name, but we're not gonna get all up into it.
Ooh.
This girl, let me tell y'all, I met her through an old friend, like randomly. We went to Minnesota for a friend's birthday, and spent the night overnight. We all up in Minnesota having a good time, and I just knew, like, I was just obsessed with this girl because she was so funny and always just knew how to have a good time. And it was like ever since that day, I ain't never leave her side, y'all. Then like 2 days later, we found out we stayed down the street from each other, so it just was like up from there. She has literally been like a joy to have in my life. Like, I've never seen this woman not getting to the bag, not having a good time. Like, she just enjoys life, and it's remarkable to see. But let me go ahead and let her introduce herself. We got the beautiful Shaquan. What's up, girl?
Hey, girl.
What's good, girl? What's tea? I haven't seen you in forever. I super, super miss you so much.
I know I miss you too. Nobody told you to move away.
I know. Nobody told me, girl, but I had to. You need to go ahead. Come on with it. I understand.
Okay, pack up the family. We
Pack
out.
up the family, honey. Pack up the family. So let's just get right into it, girl. Give us some insight on what's tea, what's happened, what's happening, what's going to happen.
So basically, well, right now I am working on my health.
Yes.
Last year was kind of rough for me. I had COVID. I got RSV, so it was an impact on my lungs. I gained asthma from it, so it kind of like was a damper on my dancing and all the other hobbies that I like to do. So that's what I've been working on. I just recently had surgery in December to get polyps removed out of my nose. That was helping. That was a cause of me having breathing issues on top of the asthma.
Yeah.
So everything right now, the healing process is great. I'm feeling better. So I'm trying to get back into, training, taking classes because, I don't feel like me if I ain't dancing somewhere.
I know that's right. How did you get into dance? When did you first started dancing?
I started dancing at 6 years old. I was in Kothi Dance Company, the African Dance Company.
Woo woo.
I was with them from 6 to 16.
Okay. Girl, okay, 10 years.
Okay.
That's
faithful.
A decade.
Okay. Loyalty.
Loyalty.
And then after that, in high school, I went to Milwaukee High School of Arts.
Represent.
Okay, and I was a dance major there, so I sprouted out with learning different genres of dance because I used to just do African dance and like praise dancing because I was in a church. So once I got to Milwaukee High School of Arts, I learned ballet, jazz, tap, modern, hip hop, all the genres. They had us training everything, honey. Okay. So that's where I really like branched off in my whole dance life. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna be a dancer. I'm gonna go to Juilliard when I graduate. All that type of stuff. But life happens.
Life be lifing.
And your plans don't go as planned, but I was still dancing. I just go to Juilliard like I was expected to go. So I don't know.
What you mean life happens? What happened?
My senior year, I got pregnant
with Yummy Yum Skin.
Correct.
What's Yummy's real name, girl? I don't know. I do know.
Girl, half the family don't know her real name. That's crazy.
What
Her
is
real
her?
name is Ayana.
Ayana.
Yes.
I knew that.
Girl, don't nobody call her by her government
I
name.
don't
That's
even know, girl. I'm like, what? What is Yummy? I know it's not Yummy on the birth certificate. I know that.
yeah, my dad had asked me one time too, like, babe, don't get mad, but what's my grandchild real name? I'm like,
Okay, cause what is it? I need to know, just in case.
yeah. So yeah, that's what happened. I had got pregnant, had her at 17, still graduated on time. Okay, don't let that stop you, boo boo.
Period.
So that just kind of like put a pause on my regular plans, but it didn't stop me from doing other things that I wanted to do. I still was dancing, taking classes, and then when I got older, I ran into some people like when I met you. You got me back into dancing a whole lot more, and then
Oh.
when we was introducing me to people that I went to high school with, you like, girl, you just know
Okay.
everybody.
You be knowing everybody for no reason. How you know these people? Like why?
I'm like, girl, I know her. They be like, what? With the class? Yes. Hey, girl, I have flea days, okay?
Okay.
So yeah.
That's what's up. What about like what do you think really kept you going? I know you said you had Yummy Wing when you were 17, so you were a senior in high school. You started dancing, you get into it, plans just change. Like what was your process or your just like mental process it of okay, I'm about to have a baby and I'm 17. Like how do you keep going from there?
At first I was a little depressed about it because
Hmm.
my family, some of like my mom's side of the family, they can be like real judgmental about certain things.
Yeah.
And I back then I used to always care what people think or did what everybody expected me to do.
Yeah.
So when this happened, I was like, oh, I didn't messed up. Now I don't even know what I'm gonna do. But my grandmother, she was like, don't let this stop you. Because at first she was mad, but she was also one of my biggest supporters. So she was like, don't let this stop you. You can keep dancing. You can do what you want to do. She said, you and this baby going to be taken care of regardless. Like,
Hmm.
she still wanted me to go to Juilliard. Like, she was like, oh, I'll keep Yummy while you go out there. I was just like, oh, I don't want to leave my baby. Like,
Fresh
so,
syndrome, fresh mom
yeah.
syndrome.
So we just did something else. I went to school. I mean, I caught a loving and taking care of people and in the healthcare field. So I drifted off into that, but still had dance as like my main hobbies. Like I couldn't do nothing else. I didn't want to do anything else besides dancing and working in the healthcare anyway. So
Yeah.
that's what I basically did. And
Right. So it just kind of like fell off into the plans that you have now anyway. Like it all just kind of meshed together.
correct.
The future. Yeah. So what about like your support system? I know with UPQ, with Problematic Queens, it's like this big just importance of like a sisterhood and having people that support you through situations because I think it's like super important to have people on your side. And I know you said you had your grandmother. How important or how much of a difference do you think that made? Like if you didn't have your grandma really pushing you, what do you think or how do you think you would be or you know what I
Um,
mean?
I don't. I think if I didn't have that push, it probably would have set me back more because I am a very emotional person. But
Hmm.
I can say I do, even though my family is judgmental, they are a big support system of mine. My family supports me in whatever I want to do, and then my friends as well. People that even strangers that you will see like on social media will give you that push like dang they don't
Yeah,
even know me and that just what they just said just stuck with me so
right.
let me go be great and stop doubting myself. So yeah, and when I joined UPQ, when you started UPQ, cause you was so, I don't know if I should do this, and I've been on you about starting
Girl.
for the longest, girl.
Girl, because let me tell you, back and forth, like, Lord, hopscotch, getting in the double
We
X
had
rope
people
about
at
it.
the house coming up with names,
Listen,
logos, all type of mess. I'm
all
like, girl,
tight. Yes, man, you was in the trenches with me when UPQ first started off. Like, a lot of people don't know that, 'cause I think most times people go right into like, oh, like how was UPQ started or when did UPQ start? But it's like, man, UPQ started at a bar.
at a bar, okay?
At a bar, listening to putting coins in the jukebox, trying to figure out what song was gonna play next and if it was gonna be a good fit. And it's just like that thinking about that and the actual like come up of UPQ and just having a back and forth and trying to figure it out and having somebody right there next to me, like, all right, keep going. We gotta figure this out. We gotta figure it out. Was helpful. Like it was the support in that moment was like crazy, like 10 times fold. Because it's like, even in that moment, if I feel like if I didn't have you right there next to me, it wouldn't have, I really wouldn't have had the motivation to do it. Like I would have been stuck on like, no, I'm okay. I don't want to do it. I'm gonna let homegirl do it. You know what I mean? And I
Right.
think that'd be important. Like that's what makes me think about your grandmother. Like the idea of her not being right there and being like, listen, come on, you got to do it, you got to keep going. It's like, it's just a different level of support than it being from, people that don't know you or people just texting you or people being like, oh, girl, you got it. You know what I mean? I mean,
Right.
like, because I feel like it's easy for people to look on to situations or see somebody else's situation and be like, oh, girl, you got it. Like, you'll get through it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, when
Like,
people,
no, I need that extra little push.
yeah, like, I know I got it, but that's not, I'm not coming to you to hear it's going to be okay. Because right
Right.
now, that's what I feel like. I need somebody in the dirt with me right quick to really help me on this come up.
Okay. Yes.
Because, geez, who finna be doing this by themselves? Not me.
I'm like, let's go. The time way too long. Okay, we making a list. Okay, cool. We can go
Let's
home
do
like
it.
morning. Like,
Okay, cool. So then you have Yummy, right? You
hmm
graduate. You saying you putting Juilliard on hold. What happened next? What's after this?
so I started taking classes at MATC towards my nursing degree.
Yeah.
And then I went to school for 2 years, and then I took a break because Yummy's grandmother had passed, which is
Mm,
her father's mother.
yeah.
So that kind of took a toll on me because I was being his backbone and his support system when we were together. Um,
Yeah.
the loss of his mother took a toll on him and his siblings, and also Yummy because she was only 2 years old when she passed.
Yeah.
So that was kind of hard. So I just was focused on, making sure he was good because there were times where he just felt like he didn't want to live anymore either.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a lot. So I decided to just step back from school. I took a break from school for a while and then, focused on my family and started working.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was working. I got my CNA license and I was working at the mental health complex for a while, which I thought I wasn't gonna only work there for a day. I said I can't do this.
Baby, people be really out here with mental illness. Like,
Correct.
I think people I don't think people outside of the mental health industry understand the complexity of mental
Ooh,
health and that people are really out here going
yeah,
through it.
it's everybody. Everybody can't do certain type of jobs, and
Mm-hmm.
it at first I was like that first week I was like, "Ooh, I can't." But then it was like, "Oh, you got to be able to understand these people, different things trigger them. It's something
Mm-hmm.
they control." So, I was out there for about like 5 years
Mm-hmm.
and I loved it. Like
Yeah. Once
that's why I
you
say you
have it, once you got the understanding of it and the mental capacity to deal with it, it's much easier.
right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was like, "Oh, okay." And at that time when I was working out there, I had my other two daughters. Girl,
Yes, girl, fertile.
as hell. So yeah, that was like a surprise. I got pregnant with my second daughter while I was working out there, and I was trying to leave my baby daddy, but he was like, "I
Mhm.
love you. We could have another baby,
Yeah, that's
whatever."
Scorpio in him. That's Scorpio. Yeah.
Girl, he better go. But yeah, that's where the Project Twins came from. Yeah, so then I went from just Yummy to Shay plus three.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just me and the girls for a while. Me and him started going through things, and then I left, and I started living my best life when I moved on 55th.
Period. And I was on 63rd.
Okay, so we started going out, kicking it, having a great old time, and then I was like, "Girl, you be dancing? Let's book these gigs." And you just had me dancing at churches,
Listen,
plays and stuff.
one thing we're gonna chase is that bag.
Hello.
I see a talent, I'm gonna go get it. What's up? What we doing? You can dance? Period.
Girl came to knocking at the door like I'm outside. Oh, okay. She said, "Oh, by the way, we dancing at this play in 2 weeks." What?
Tuh.
Okay.
Tuh.
Salome had me booked and busy, y'all. Okay.
That's how you have to be sometimes, like especially when you're going through things and you already feel like even just hearing a story of like this is your dream was to go to Juilliard, but you had a baby, and then now like things have to change. And I didn't know that before. Like when I met you, I just met you. It's like I didn't know any background. I met you. You had 3 kids, and then I found out you can dance. So it was like all I'm seeing is space and opportunity. Like I'm not even knowing, what background you came from, but it was like, all right, this girl dope. She fun and she know how to catch a beat. So let's go get some money.
Okay. Had a blast.
Let's
Rehearsals
go book
right
some
in the living room.
gigs. So how did you get into Coty? Where did that come around? Because
Kofi.
back in the day, I mean, even now I say back in the day loosely, but like Coty, baby, Coty was nothing to play with. When I was growing up, like Coty was like the golden company to be in. Like you had to be the best of the best of the best to be on some Code 3 for. How'd you
All
get
right.
involved with them?
My auntie was in the adult company.
Hmm.
And her daughter, which is my cousin, was in Time Coty. And I used to always be up under my cousin. So I was like, I want to go dance. So they took me to audition. We had to audition, honey.
Back in the day.
And I was 6. And at first I was scared and shy. But honey, when they played that beat and they were showing us the little dance moves, obviously I was getting it because they told me at the end of the rehearsal and auditions, they said, "Baby, you are a part of this company, and we'll see you at rehearsal next Saturday."
Okay, and that's how you book a gig. And that's how you book.
6 ready.
Ready. What's the significance of Kofi in your life today? Like what have you learned with being with them? Because you was with them for 10 years.
Yes.
And just like
Oh,
the role that dance played in your life over that course of time.
see, okay, so Kothi, even though it was an African dance company, they instilled so much education in us as far as with the backgrounds of dancing, discipline as being a part of a company, and not being afraid to expand your talents as well.
Mhm.
Being with this company, you become a family, just like any company that you're with. They treat you like the instructors, they treat you like you their kids.
Yeah.
Because basically we spend most of our weeks with them our days during the week with them, and we're not just, oh, you're doing this and we're going to perform. We have to train.
Yeah.
They have us doing training like not just within the company. We went to actual dance conferences out of town. One trip I remember, we went to Washington D.C. for an African dance conference.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, it was dope. I think I was like 11 when I went, 11 or 12. And we drove out there. We had like 2 or 3 vans, and they packed us up in there like we was some sardines and Mexican
Okay.
here. They said, we finna get up out of here.
And that's how you supposed to do it. Them
Right.
the fun, them the most fun.
And we definitely had fun, even though we was basically out there to work and dance and train, but we also had fun. Like we went on tours of Howard University College, HBC.
Mm.
We had fun. They didn't want us to think, oh, this is just all about dance. No, this is going to be an educational experience for y'all too.
Yeah.
So Coty, they wasn't playing. Like, you know how you go and get ready for a performance. Certain dances and certain shows, everybody couldn't perform. So we
Right.
used to have to, like, even with you in a company, but certain shows we had to audition for.
As you should. We gotta put the best ones on the floor.
Because they said if you can't get this A count, you not finna go up there looking crazy.
I know that's right. I
So
think that's though. I low key miss that atmosphere because it's like it really sets the tone of it just sets the tone like of a presentation and just performance based. Like it sets the tone for you to come on and give your all. I think as years pass and generations after generations after generations, I do feel like the dance community has gotten softer in the sense of performance wise. Like,
yeah,
um, I definitely agree with some of like the respect part of it. I remember being a dancer and be, disrespected, girl, like getting called out my name and didn't have feel like I had any importance or value and just like chasing after a good critique. However, I still agree with at least the idea of working for it. Like you
right.
have to work for it. You have to put in the work to be the best, to be one of the greatest, to be on the floor. You just don't get to be here because you having a good time. Like I miss that aspect, and it'd be hard to. I don't know if it's hard or if it's like you don't want to seem like you're somebody that's inconsiderate of everybody's situation. Because I be thinking like, Dad, I audition a piece and it's like, I don't want to be that person that shatters somebody's dream.
Right.
Like, I don't want to be the person that shatters your dreams and now you go back and feel like you can never dance again. But then again, it's like, you gotta find resilience. Like you have to find the passion and the motivation to push through and get to the end goal.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
That's what cause whoo, when I tell you we was out there working, honey,
Hmm.
we was working. And our instructor, she didn't play.
Okay.
Melissa, if anybody know who Melissa Beverly is, she did not play because she was also a dancer in Coty in the adult company.
Mm-hmm.
So there were times because we performed at the Pap Theater. Those were our big shows where it was just, we wasn't like, oh, performing in somebody's event. This was our particular event, our show.
Yeah.
And It used to be Kothi and then it used to be Time Kothi. Those shows we all pretty much performed, but when we had like gigs in Madison and stuff, we had to audition. And if you just act like you didn't want to be at rehearsal, you had to leave or you could sit out. You don't want to be here, cool. Go over there and sit down.
Right.
Don't be mad because at the end of the day, because like all companies, we had to pay our dues.
Mm-hmm. We
Um,
paying to be here.
okay. And we not finna waste nobody's time.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to too with dancing, you gotta get tough skin because if you can't take getting yelled at, then this maybe not be for you. You're like, yeah, your feelings gonna be hurt, you gonna be a little embarrassed, you're gonna be salty. But that's just your instructor or your teacher or your choreographer trying to push you to your limits.
Yeah. How do
And
you
that's what
think?
I
How do you think that like coming out of Kothi and just the training and the drive and push from there? How does that resonate in your everyday life, like today?
now I would say it because I used to be so scared to try different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was just so content in being comfortable with I was comfortable with that I was afraid to try new things. So um Kothi, they gave me that push to stop being so scared. Like
Yeah.
go for it. Even if it don't turn out how you want it to, just know you still did it. And I use that to this day with everything I do in life. Because I always second guess myself and I have to stop doing that.
Yeah, girl, because it's like you don't know what's the. It's a saying that's like, girl, don't even let me get to them. But you don't
I'm over
know. It's like you don't know what you're going to achieve if you don't try to achieve.
right.
So it's like you'll sit here and you have this basketball in your hand and you don't know if you'll ever be able to make the shot because you holding on to that basketball. And it's like, okay, as soon as you release it, go in for that shot. Okay, you might miss, but you can get that ball again and you can try again. I
Right.
feel that. I think that that's a good placement of dance and just a lifelong lesson and skill that dance does teach you to just continue to be resilient. Because it's gonna be stuff that you ain't gonna get. It's gonna be shows that you don't book. It's gonna be, critiques that you don't like. But
Right.
never stops you. You continue to do it. Like you'll come again next week, or you'll come to rehearsal. You'll work harder. So
Hmm.
that's what's up. Yeah, I agree. Like dance does kind of when you grow up in it and being trained, it does pushes you to almost this like fearless atmosphere. Like you can do whatever. Cause y'all ain't cussing me
Right.
out. I ain't getting
And I
cussed
feel like
out.
they have that in the dance world now because I don't think they do it. They don't have it. Ain't much like discipline as it used to be.
Yeah, I think everybody, not everybody, but I feel like dance now is more of a self discipline, which is
Hmm.
cool too. I remember having times where it was like, no, I don't want to dance, but I have to. Like, I
Right.
have to dance. I can't just depend on me wanting to do it because I'm in an atmosphere where I'm being pushed on every level to do it. I have coaches, I have trainers, I have, instructors that sets an expectation, and
Mhm.
I don't want to just let myself down because sometimes it's easy to let yourself down. It's just like, okay, whatever, girl, I forgive myself. But when you have people who are counting on you too, or somebody is at the door waiting for you, it pushes you to be like, come on, let's go. Like I gotta get to it.
Right.
Yeah. Do you feel like your daughters played that role as well? Like in that motivation of just getting through life, getting through every day.
Oh yeah. My girls are my biggest cheerleaders. They, even though they get on my nerves,
Mm-hmm.
they mama be great all the time. Especially when I started UPQ. Can I go to rehearsal with you?
Okay, girl. Look, little UPQs.
Okay. But and they also will tell you the truth, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They'll
Critique.
tell me all the time, you looking over there, you looking a little lazy, like you tired. I'm like,
Mm.
oh, I wasn't dancing full out. That's what you mean. Huh?
They
Okay, let
said
me get
pull
it.
out from
Yeah.
the first count to the eighth.
Mm-hmm.
Don't hold
Girl,
you back.
I they be letting me have it. All right, y'all. All right. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get
So what do you got going on now? Like I saw it on Instagram. I don't know if you was doing just like a little sneak peeky of your scrubs business. Is it? Can we talk about that, or what's going on with
it.
that?
Oh, so yeah. Um, I have a scrub line called Scrubalicious Uniforms. I'm gonna relaunch it probably in the next few months. I was just trying to show some pieces that I have because, I'm so deep in the healthcare field. I just feel like, why not be looking cute and comfortable with some cute, affordable scrubs?
Right.
And it's not just for healthcare, it could be for anything. I have my friends that spa owners, beauticians, nail techs. I be having men contacting me because they be wanting scrubs, uniforms to clean,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because
doing yard work and stuff. So
it's comfortable.
it is. So I'm getting that together. So just be looking out. If y'all need scrubs, let me know because they will be very affordable.
For
I don't like
sure.
I
Cause
be seeing stuff that be too expensive. We in inflation, and I know
that
I'm the one
probably
that
paying
pay. I
$100, $200.
I damn near paid $75 for one pair. Like no.
Lord, they be
So
wanting
yeah.
people to get to the bag. What got you into healthcare? I don't think I asked. Like, what transitioned you into being deep in the healthcare field?
Well, a lot of my family members are in the healthcare field. We got my cousin is a doctor. A few of my cousins are nurses, and another one of my cousins is an anesthesiologist. So that was just like I grew up in that.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I was younger, I used to help take care of my granny because she had a few surgeries in the past when I was little, and I was helping my mom take care of her. And I was like, oh, I really kind of like doing this. I don't know if I can do it for somebody else, but when I actually started really take care of my granny as I got older, I was like, well, I can't do this because I would want somebody to take care of my grandma if I couldn't, like how I'm taking care of her.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what pretty much got me started because everybody in my family's in the healthcare field. But then when I actually started doing it myself, as far as helping my granny, I knew that this could be a passion of mine, and it is.
Yeah,
I've been for over 10 years now.
a decade.
Hmm.
Perfection. Talk about like resilience. Like I hear just from your story, like okay, you having your daughters, um you starting a business, like things not working out, like discuss like where do you feel like you've shown the most resilience, or the impact of having resilience has helped you get through your journey.
Um, there it comes with a lot of ups and downs. People think that everything's supposed to just be like a straight line. Everything's supposed to come to you so easy. No, you gotta work for it.
Yeah.
I've learned over the years, especially with having kids at such a young age, that you can't give up. My thing is, I have little ones that's looking up to me, that's depending on me to make sure we are okay.
Yeah.
So that what really has been pushing me. And I'm just like, oh, this ain't working out. Okay, let's try this again. I
Mhm.
can't, my thing is, I can't give up.
Yeah.
I can cry through it, I can fuss and fight through it, but I'm gonna still keep doing it.
Yeah.
And I also too like when I know it's overwhelming and I'm over here crying and I'm like, okay, I can't. I call one of y'all.
Mhm. Hit us.
I be needing you and my sisters to whew, to bring me back to life. Like, it's okay. What you need? What can we do?
Right. What can be done? Let's find a solution.
Okay.
I'd be like, let's talk it through. Let's figure it out because we gotta keep going. It has to be in continuous movement. Can't stay still. That's how you get stuck.
Right. I be
But
telling people, no, just keep going. Just
just
keep
keep
going.
going. And I think
Mhm.
that's so true. It's like sometimes you can get sad and you just be wanting to sit in your sadness and just be depressed.
Right.
It can feel easier, but it's super important to just get up and just get to it and try day by day to really push through. So
Mhm.
that's what's up. What's going on with the sacred throne? My with the coochie girls.
So I'm going to relaunch that too. I'm going to stick to strictly just the at-home kits.
Yeah,
Um, I was gonna do like the teas and stuff, but I just felt like okay, I might be doing a little too much, and I didn't want to overwhelm myself.
yeah. So
But
what's the benefits of so when you relaunch it? What is it all like? What are the benefits of the steams? They're steams, right? Yoni
yeah,
steams.
yes.
What's the
So
benefit for that?
what got me into the yoni steaming is because I've had abnormal periods ever since I've had my youngest, my 4 year old.
Hmm.
So I got into that journey of pretty much natural healing to see if those things would help. I started off with just the seams, and then I started getting the seats with it, the gowns to do it. But then I was like, hold on, let me take a step back because I also wanted to do more research and take more classes and talk to histolic practitioners who does this
Yeah,
and has more background and education for to teach me more than I don't know. So that's what I've been doing before I relaunch it because I wanted to get more knowledge about it. Have been using them myself, my own steams and also other people's, um, which has tremendously helped with my cycles because after I had the baby, like my cycles were like months at a time. The cramps were really bad. Now my periods are back normal. I'm still working on like the in between bleedings of my periods. Like I
hmm,
have a cycle, I'll be off and then I just randomly spot or bleed here and there. So that's the target that I'm trying to maintain with that. With older, um, a lot of women have issues with fibroids and polyps. It helps with all of that. Shrinking them, shrinking your fibroids, shrinking and getting rid of polyps, helping ease up menstrual cramps, easing up the pains with women who are dealing with menopause, women who have hemorrhoids from giving birth and stuff like that with those type of issues. So it depends on how consistent you are with doing the actual steaming
the
because it
steam.
ain't just you. People just think, oh, I'm gonna just steam and I'll be cured. No, you have to eat properly too, drink a lot of water, and still take care of yourself. Still
Yeah,
go see the
like
doctor.
a add on to a healthy lifestyle.
Correct.
Hmm.
So
That's what's
yeah.
up. So where can we follow you? Where do people gonna follow you at? So when you get these things on the go and launch, they can know what's up. What's your tags?
You can find me on Instagram at Shay Sparks. And I also have Sacred Throne has an Instagram too, and that's just at sacred.throne. And you will see some of my scrubs that I have on there as well. But and my steams and everything. And you can hit me up on Facebook too at Shaquan Sparks. I'm always on there too. So inbox me, hit me up. It'll have my business line on there too, so y'all could call and text on that line too.
Definitely, and I can't wait until the launches because I need me another coochie ball, girl. I need that. And
Oh,
Give
my
me some
God.
scrubs, honey. So I cannot wait to see everything come about. And I'm always just so excited and supportive of everything that you put your mind to. True businesswoman and mom, side by side, girl. It's just like you make it look so easy and effortless. Cause Shay has how many? 4 girls?
Correct.
Yes. So, and she handled it with a smile.
So,
Something
no.
I couldn't even think of, but I see, every day just you pushing through and getting it done. And I love that.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming and being on the show.
Of course. Anything UPQ, I'm down for the get down, okay?
Okay. And that's what we need. Thank you, Shay, so much. Love you, girl.
Love you too.
Thank you for tuning in to What's Tea Wednesday. We hope today's story inspired and empowered you. Remember, every woman's journey is a testament to resilience and strength. Sip on that tea, honey, pull out your journal, and get to reflecting on your own life, all right? If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with others who can benefit from today's tea. Join me, your host, Shalom Unique, for more inspiring stories and insightful conversations. Until then, stay calm, stay inspired, and stay that girl. Hey, y'all. Make sure y'all are following the Unproblematic podcast on Instagram at The Unproblematic Queens. That's THE. Why did I just struggle on the word the? Anyway, THEUNPROBLEMATICQUEENS. I was trying to do Usher and I almost messed up on the spelling. Yeah, y'all, follow us on Instagram and also follow me, your girl Shalom Unique, on the gram as well, and that's at SHALOMEUNIQUE. Mwah.